from remains found in a duffel bag.
Ew, wait. Bro, is that an animal? What is that? What am I looking at right now?
That's a duffel bag.
Okay, I thought
Chris,
that was...
that's a duffel bag in the forest.
Okay. What?
To a real abduction caught while camping. These are the 6 most disturbing forest encounters caught on camera. On August 14th, 2025, YouTuber Jasko and his best friend Chris ventured deep into a remote Adirondack forest, somewhere in upstate New York, known for Bigfoot sightings and occult activity. Equipped only with a spirit box and their flashlights, they made their way deep into the forest. However, their overnight adventure took a dark turn when they discovered that the rumors about this area were true.
This one looks like a jungle.
Yeah,
Look
this is one of the crazier ones that...
Johnson.
Oh, is that...
What?
Should we take him out?
No, Chris, what the hell? We just had dinner back at the van. As you can see, the van is right there. We're keeping the lights on. Here's the thing, guys. Something really strange is going on tonight. I don't know how I'm editing this video, but on several occasions tonight, there's been this one truck that has driven past us at our campsite on several different occasions, and it would slow down, almost kind of like it's looking for something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Johnson, is that your last name? Bro, this literally looks like a jungle. Look at that.
It's so grown in. Maybe we shouldn't go.
Yeah?
What is that?
Hello?
Johnson, are you down here?
Johnson is the last thing I
Maybe it's
said.
John's son.
Maybe.
Brenda.
Oh,
What did it say?
Brenda.
Brenda? Brenda Johnson?
Brenda Johnson. All right, we got a name.
While many people dismiss spirit boxes as a hoax and refuse to believe in paranormal communication, even the hardest skeptics struggle to explain what happened next.
Topics about this place tonight that we actually didn't know about until we got here. Let me just put it into perspective for you guys. This is a place where several deaths have happened, documented. There are some undocumented that have happened as well. Satanic rituals happen here to this day. Well, okay, let's just keep going.
Oh, behind us, bro. Shh, listen.
Said bro, Brenda Johnson, here.
That's so sad.
Bro, look at this. Look straight ahead. Look how terrifying that looks. That genuinely looks horrifying.
Me.
Wait. Okay. Who's over there?
Organs.
Organs? What?
Huh?
Recording.
Organs recording.
Hello?
As they followed the direction of the noises, something unusual caught their attention just a few feet away from the main trail.
What the f is that?
Ew. Wait, bro, is that an animal? What is that? What am I looking at right now? Oh, thank God.
That's a duffel bag.
Okay, I thought
Chris,
that was...
that's a duffel bag in the forest.
Okay, I mean, it's not any better, but... Hello?
No, you don't get it, bro. The spirit box just said Brenda Johnson, here, and we just found a duffel bag in the forest.
That's not a good thing.
Oh my God, there's a date. Hold on. Bro, January 26th, 2008.
Okay.
There's no shot.
Oh. Hello?
Look at it.
Yo,
Get it!
go. Go.
Are we good?
Oh, stop. Chris.
12.
Should we get the shotgun?
Yeah, probably.
Get the shotgun.
How things work.
Okay.
As they heard footsteps approaching, unsure of who or what, they decided not to take the risk. Instead of continuing forward, they ran as fast as they could. Later, after arming themselves and returning to the location, they successfully retrieved the bag and brought it back to their van. That's when they found this.
What? Oh no. Oh God, no, not this. No, bro.
Brenda 0129. Oh, is that the code maybe? Passcode?
Possibly.
Oh, what the hell is wrong with the screen?
After finding multiple strange items in the bag, including a phone with the name Brenda on it, they uncovered even more evidence pointing to a missing person, or something far worse.
Dude, stop.
But just as they wanted to call it a day and return to their van, this happened.
No, that's Forest Ranger, bro. That's a Forest Ranger truck.
Oh, shit.
What are they looking for? It has these things on the side. It's like that's the owner they're looking for. They must be looking for somebody.
Oh.
On everything, they're looking for somebody. They have to.
You
He has
think
those
so?
lights. Why would he be driving up and down like
Wait,
that?
bro. Oh my God, you might be right.
It has a stripe on the side. That was a Forest Ranger.
After being approached by an officer, they put away their camera, but still kept its sound on. Turns out their conversation revealed some very unsettling details.
How's it going?
You guys good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
We're camping. We're just hanging out.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, we had something up there, but it was nothing.
Anything for us to worry about?
No, it was just a bag and it had some animal remains in it.
Okay.
Alright.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
That's great. No, it's all good. Normal. Thanks.
Take care.
Put some things in perspective for you guys. That was 2 sheriff vehicles.
2 of them.
After we just seen park rangers, so what they just said was they found a bag of animal remains in a forest where satanic rituals have been rumored to happen here with animal remains. Do you not understand how crazy?
That's literally like, everyone can question our stories all you want, but that's literally the proof that we needed to know. Pretty good.
Just out camping for the night?
Yeah, we're just out camping.
Alright. Yeah,
Is it-
I saw you guys up at
Yeah.
We're just different spot.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, so somebody found like a bag of like, what they thought were organs.
Organs?
Oh my god.
And it turns out, I think it's like somebody had like a goat or a lamb or something and they got it and they dumped it.
Jeez. That's crazy. It's still weird though.
Yeah, weird shit going on.
Really weird. That's crazy.
Never know.
No, you don't.
To this day, no additional information has been released to Jasko and his friend, leaving the incident shrouded in mystery. In January 2021, on a freezing winter night, YouTuber Will's whereabouts set out on a solo stealth camping trip overnight in the Box Hill National Trust car park in Surrey, England, a familiar area where he once lived and worked as a teenager. With temperatures dropping to -1 degree Celsius, he attempted his coldest stealth camping experience yet, armed only with a sleeping bag and a portable gas stove.
I now have a carbon monoxide alarm, believe it or not, right here in the corner. So now, from now on, I won't kill myself or poison myself. Christ almighty. So tonight's stealth camp is actually in a place which I'm very familiar with. I haven't actually... Tonight's stealth camp sounds like I'm at a bloody drag race. Anyway, as I was saying, I am in a very familiar place. I actually used to live in this area with my parents a good few years ago now, and I used to work at a restaurant just round the corner, which is where I had my first ever job when I was about, how old? 16, 17 years old. Nah, what's this plonker doing? I'm in the beautiful countryside of Box Hill, which is in the Surrey Hills in the south of the UK. Tonight I'm actually going to be sleeping in the National Trust car park, right at the top next to Box Hill Viewpoint. I would highly recommend this place, not only just to sleep in for the night, well, I haven't actually stayed here yet, so watch the rest of the video to see how I get on, but in terms of walking your dogs or just going for a walk and getting out into nature and the countryside, this is a great place to come.
Just as he was about to settle in for the night, he started hearing weird noises outside his van, and his worst fears would soon be confirmed.
I don't think I'm going to be getting much sleep tonight. There are people about 100 meters away, blazing music out. At least some good songs anyway. And some people screaming. Wish me luck, everybody.
Could it be occult activity or signs of something more sinister? No one knows for sure, but it surely appeared to be something out of the ordinary. On October 4th, back in 2015, YouTuber Guns N' Stuff ventured deep into remote wilderness to spend 24 hours surviving in the elements, only to discover he wasn't alone. Strange items scattered throughout the area suggested a crime scene, or something far more sinister might have taken place.
Coming down the train tracks on the way to my campsite, what do I happen to see? I'm not the only one who's been here. Looks like I won't be quite as isolated as I'd planned on. I just hope it's not any hillbillies out here. I'm on the final leg of my trek to the campsite. And what do I see when I get down here? Look at all those shells. Nothing hostile and uninviting about that at all. We'll just put that out of our minds for now. Out there, another 1,000 yards or so is home. Wish me luck. Here we are. This is home. It's a fire pit from camp long ago. This is my neighborhood for the next 24 hours. Got a nice stagnant pond over there and a canoe. Nothing weird about that at all. Definitely doesn't belong to hillbillies. Probably those with the shotgun shells.
One thing was clear, these shotgun shells were a warning that someone was protecting this territory. Quickly brushing aside the unsettling thought of trespassing on someone else's land, he continued building his camp.
You're right, I'll be okay. This is a canoe. The hillbillies must have left this out here. Odd is that, really? What's somebody doing? Going out in the middle of a stagnant pond in this canoe? I don't know. Apparently I'm not the only crazy person around here. It's a goddamn car in there. Honest to God car. There's 3 people out here walking their dogs. They saw me, called their dogs back, and made a hasty retreat. It's probably not good considering I'm trespassing. But here's what it is. On another note, I may have gotten a little bit ahead of myself. I forgot to film starting this fire. I will film the starting the cooking fire.
The video abruptly cut to a different scene, and when he returned just minutes later, he delivered a terrifying message.
As it turns out, the hillbillies found me. Like I said, I was trespassing. They grilled me on what I was doing, told me to leave. I said, sure, I'll just hike it out of here. They said, no, I'll get in the truck. And I said, I'm totally gonna get by hillbillies right now. So I tried again. I said, you know what, it was an easy trip in here. I'll try to get out on my own. They says, no, it's private property. If you get hurt out there, we can be held accountable to get in the truck. And I said, well, at least I got my knives. And they says, by the way, take off that belt with your knives on it. If not, I'm sure I'm gonna. So they dumped me on the side of the road. About twice the distance that I humped it in there to get to the campsite. Got back to my cottage, I'm trekking out again. I don't have time to make a shelter, but I will build the fire and try that freeze-dried survival food. We'll see how that goes. I'll keep you updated later. Some of the people watching this video might find this familiar. Maybe not. But I figured since it worked the first time, this is where I'm going to do it again. This was the location of our fire. We built the fire pit with a rock, which someone has cleared since then.
In August 2025, YouTuber Paul and a pack hiked through a remote section of the Pacific Crest Trail. However, his journey took a turn for the worse when he made a grim discovery that would haunt him for the rest of his life.
Morning everyone. It's Saturday morning and it's about 7:15. In about 15 minutes, I should be getting a ride back to the trail with the motel manager from here. I stayed an extra night in Burney. I only intended to do one, but I ended up doing two. Basically because I ran out of time to do stuff. There was way too much to do. I had 5 videos to edit and upload. I had to go to the post office twice, do a resupply for 2 sections, and it just left me too much to do in like the time I had. I'm getting back on trail, as I say, in about 15 minutes time. I'm being a bit ambitious this time. There's quite a few kind of like little stops that are off the trail on the way up towards Oregon. I want to minimise the stops, so I'm going to try and get to Etna next, which is just over 180 miles away, and I've got myself 6 days of food to do that.
After surviving a violent storm that knocked out power to the entire town, he set back out on the trail the next morning. The calm, fresh air felt like a new beginning as he hiked through the post-storm landscape. But just ahead, something waiting off the side of the trail would turn this peaceful day into his worst nightmare.
A few people I know that had been posting on Instagram that they were caught up in it. Someone's been busy there, making a pinecone heart. So yeah, I just hope that everyone's alright after last night. I know it's alright saying it was beautiful and impressive, but at the end of the day there was a lot of people out there last night, just in tents in probably some pretty bad places.
Could this pinecone heart be an indication of what awaited him next? Or was it just a coincidence? No one knows for sure, but what he discovered just moments later would haunt him forever.
Volcanic feature, I'm going to guess it's either a sill or a dike. I can't remember the difference between them. But just through here on some of the rocks, there seems to be a big pile of, it kind of looks like trash, but it also looks like it could be a sleeping bag. And I can't see anyone there. It's just a little bit strange, so I'm just going to have a wander in and make sure that there's nothing nasty going on. Hello? Oh my goodness me. Oh no. Oh no. Not sure if I've just found a body or not. Well, that was something I didn't expect at all. I've heard of it happening a couple of times on the trail this year so far, but I didn't think it would happen to me. I've just found somebody's remains at the side of the trail. And when I say the side of the trail, kind of like off that side of the trail, maybe 50 feet or so. I thought it was a pile of trash to start with, and I thought I would just go and investigate. When I got closer to it, it became obvious that it was the remains of a hiker. There was a backpack there, a sun umbrella, some trekking poles, and then I spotted the leg bones completely stripped. The tent was there, you know, all the sort of stuff you would associate with a through hiker or a long section hiker. Spotted the skull, and that just obviously confirmed everything. There was a couple behind me, Adam and Jennifer, thank goodness. They helped me out, and Adam called 911. He had a little bit of service, and there's some deputies coming out to meet us.
He immediately called 911 with the help of fellow hikers and waited for deputies to arrive at the remote location. As he settled into camp that evening, still haunted by the image of the skull and stripped bones, he could only hope that his grim discovery would bring closure to a grieving family somewhere, finally allowing the unknown hiker to rest in peace. On December 19th, 2021, YouTuber Novice Wild Camper set out for a camping trip into the Peak District National Park in England to test out new gear modifications on his tent after a particularly windy previous trip. He prepared for what he hoped would be a peaceful night under clear skies with plans to capture a stunning sunrise time-lapse. But instead, this happened.
White edge, big moor around that area. Have a look. I haven't got a clue what it's going to be like, but it's been recommended, so hopefully we should be all right. Anyway, let's get on the path and I'll bring you back in a minute. Hopefully this is recording, because I've made about 3 recordings now, and halfway through it stops the film but carries on with the audio, which is a bit weird. I don't know what's going on with this camera, but I don't think I'm going to be doing much more. It's about 9:30 now. So I'm probably going to hit the sack shortly, and I'll catch you guys in the morning. Right, so I've heard deer, I've heard foxes make some really weird noises at night. But I don't know if you heard that. Not sure if the camera picked it up, but God knows what it is. It's quite a weird guttural sound.
Throughout the night, he was woken by strange, guttural sounds, unlike anything he'd ever heard. Not a deer, not a fox, but something else entirely lurking in the darkness just beyond his tent.
Did you hear that? That's quite eerie. It does not sound like a deer. Definitely doesn't seem like a fox. Odd.
To this day, the eerie noises remain unexplained, and whatever creature made those strange calls was never identified. On July 8th, 2025, YouTuber Exploring with Angelo set out on a stealth camping trip in the Mabu Highlands of Canada. The area was rumored to be haunted, with multiple alleged Bigfoot sightings over the years. Despite the warnings and creepy stories, he decided to continue his trip.
Area known as the Highlands, the Mabu Highlands, and apparently there is rumored to be a Bigfoot out here, and not only that, but also possible paranormal. I don't even know. Nobody really knows for sure what is out here, but there are a couple stories about potentially a Bigfoot and maybe other paranormal. Honestly, this trip has been a once in a lifetime. It's been pretty freaking awesome, and really enjoyed spending time with my friends and experiencing tons of new things, new places that I haven't done before, so that was cool. I really enjoyed the icebergs. That was one of my favorite spots for heard like a car horn or something, which is weird because I don't hear a car. It didn't sound that far. I figured I'd just check, might as well. I'd like to know if somebody's coming through. It'd be oh, what the heck is that? Something there, but I don't have my flashlight, so I can't tell what it is. What is that? Is it a deer? Or it could be like a bobcat, actually. Hang on. I don't see anything else. Yeah, I definitely gotta grab my rifle soon, just in case. I want to know what that is. I'm not going to get too close, but I want to get a little closer. I wish I had my flashlight on me so I can actually see what the heck that was.
After spotting something staring directly into his camera, its eyes glowing, Angelo was already visibly shaken. But when he turned around, he reportedly heard a strange honking coming from the other direction.
Okay, I literally just heard honking down that way now. Wait. How's that? That doesn't make any sense. I heard it down there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the 3 knock thing to see if something responds. Because, I mean, that's what Bigfoot is supposed to do, right? So we'll try that. First, I might as well get the tent ready before I'm too tired to actually even bother.
After receiving no response, whatever was out there clearly didn't want him in its territory, so he decided to try several methods to get its attention. One of them was the loudest, and it would soon prove to be one of the worst decisions he ever made.
Let's try it with the rocks, I guess, for now. I was gonna start building a fire pit, but to be honest, I don't really have enough rocks available. So, all right, Bigfoot, if you're out here, show yourself. Okay, that's... I mean, you never know, an area like this, it would only make sense to potentially have something out here. Okay, that was something. That was legit 3 knocks. Down in that direction. Let's do it again. There it is again. I don't know if that's just naturally happening or if something is actively doing that out here. Bigfoot? I mean, someone was knocking out here repeatedly, so thought I heard movement back there.
However, just as he decided to head back to his campsite, whatever had been lurking behind the trees the entire time was watching him once again.
Hearing something. It almost sounds like something mumbling down off in that direction. What is going on over there? I just heard somebody call out again. What the hell is that? Literally nothing. I don't see a single thing out there. I swear I still hear it. Okay, now I hear a plane. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna try and go back to sleep. I fell asleep for literally 10 seconds, I think. Oh my gosh.
To this day, it remains unclear whether it was truly a Sasquatch watching him all along, or just a deer, or something else entirely. In May 2020, YouTuber Digging Science and his friends, a group of fossil hunters, spent 3 days searching 15 different creeks in North Carolina for great white shark teeth with little success. At this point, they had no idea just how dark their day was about to become.
We are in North Carolina, shark tooth hunting for great whites, and we've checked 15 creeks in the past 3 days and haven't found anything, and we're finally on them. This man's first sift had a flawless lower great white shark tooth, posterior too. We're really excited to be here. We're gonna explore this creek more because it looks like it's got a lot of potential, and we're gonna find great white shark teeth.
Finally striking gold at one promising location, they began finding ancient shark fossils and decided to explore further upstream to locate the exposed fossil formation. What they discovered next, however, would turn their fossil hunt into something far more disturbing.
I just found what definitely looks like a human jaw, so there it is. That is a human jaw, no doubt about it. All the teeth seem to be kind of gone, but that's disgusting and also kind of cool. There's a cool old bottle, and then there's a jaw.
Question is the rest of them in here?
We are walking more, and that looks like a human skull. We haven't flipped it around yet. I don't know if we should or shouldn't, but
well, I feel like we should, because we don't want to call them out here. We don't know what it is. We should probably know what it is before we involve anybody else.
I don't think you should touch it.
Babe, it's not. It's
touch it with
we
the
didn't.
stick.
We didn't
No,
do anything. You're fine.
They're not going to be upset. We'll call law enforcement. We'll make sure that it actually is a skull, and then if that is, that's nuts.
With respect for the deceased, they called authorities as quickly as possible. When officers arrived and witnessed the grim discovery for themselves, even they were completely shocked by what they saw.
Hi, my name's Jonathan Valentine. I'm a small YouTuber who does educational videos and adventure videos in creeks looking for artifacts and fossils. I'm in a local creek and we just found a human skull and human jaw. It looks pretty old, but we're basically 100% certain that's what it is.
Okay, where are you?
On the corner of and by.
Decided to do some exploring around, and we stopped in this creek today and went down that way, found a little bit, and we came up here and then found that, and it was kind of like, we should probably contact somebody about that.
Give me 1 second, we're out to tip this thing from.
Yeah, it's a little.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to board. As much as I can.
It's right around this corner.
You got that there yet? How far back is it, bud?
It's about 10 feet past him.
Yep. I'm about to come back up so I can grab my boots. Yeah.
Say what?
It's definitely a skull.
After a thorough examination by a forensic expert, the remains were determined to be those of an elderly female, though her exact age and identity could never be confirmed due to the lack of teeth and severe weathering from the creek. The skull appeared to be of historical rather than forensic importance, meaning it had likely been there for many decades, ruling out any recent foul play. In May 2021, YouTuber Action Adventure Twins documented his camping adventure while exploring a nearby area to where he had set up his tent. During his exploration, he stumbled upon a mysterious pipe that stretched so deep into the ground, you couldn't see the end of it.
Alright guys, we were walking through the woods, and right in the middle of this trail we found this pipe. It's about 3 inches in diameter. And it goes so far down we can't even see where it leads. So we're gonna put a GoPro on a string down there and see what we can see.
After the camera dropped, something breathing heavily in the background can be heard. In October 2023, YouTuber Novice Wild Camper went solo hammock camping in a quiet woodland just half an hour from his home, hoping to discover a new local spot for regular trips. Armed with new gear to test and expecting a peaceful night under the trees, he found his spot and built his camp in what seemed like an ideal location, surrounded by chestnut trees and the tranquil sounds of nature. However, nobody could have expected what awaited him there.
I'm out on a stealthy woodland camp tonight. I won't tell you where I am, mainly because I don't know. I've not been here before, so I don't know what it's going to be like. Now, although I am in the middle of nowhere, and this isn't exactly a busy park, there's a lot of tracks that go through here. So I don't know if I'm going to come across anyone, because I'm sure there's some people around here keeping hearing some weird noises, and not just crunches and cracks, but weird vocal noises as well.
After building his camp, he managed to record at just the right moment to capture what appeared to be heavy footsteps walking through the forest and objects being thrown in his direction. Ignoring the noises, he decided to get some rest after his long day, expecting a peaceful night. Instead, he was woken by something or someone who clearly didn't appreciate his presence in their territory at all.
The first time I've ever done this. I'm actually sitting back in my car now. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. It was forecast to be dry all night long, and 3 o'clock it just started hammering it down with rain. That's not the issue. I sort of fell asleep to the sound of chestnuts crashing through the trees and hitting the deck, and it's the same sound every time, sort of crunch, 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 thump. After the rain started, I could just hear, and I know these are deer, muntjac, badgers, squirrels, whatever, but some crashing around that got nearer and nearer and nearer to my hammock, and every time I moved or got out to check, it stopped but didn't run away. So I'd expect if there was a deer or something, I'd hear it run off. But the weirdest thing was the rain started to die down, so it was just a tiny pitter patter, and suddenly by my hammock a massive thud hits the ground and bounces, and I jumped up, unzipped it, put my torch on, and there's a rock on the floor that wasn't there when I went to bed. And I lay back down, and I'm just laying there listening. Then another one. And then another one. This went on 3 or 4 times at least. And then a large branch. There was no crack. There wasn't like a crack and then a crash. Just a large branch hit my tarp. It bounced the tarp down onto the hammock and then bounced off the tent. And every time I jumped up and got out, there was no movement, there was no nothing. Now, I don't know what it was. Nature, Bigfoot, chucking stuff.
By 4 a.m., what started as unsettling noises escalated into full-blown terror. Rocks began landing near his hammock, appearing out of nowhere, despite no one being visible when he investigated. Then, without warning, a large branch crashed directly onto his tarp, with no sound of it breaking from a tree first, as if it had been thrown. Completely freaked out, and too terrified to stay in his hammock any longer, he fled through the pitch-black woodland back to his car to wait until sunrise. But when he returned to collect his gear at first light, the forest had one final, eerie message waiting for him.
Right, it's 7:30. I'm back at camp. Everything's as it was, apart from my water bottle, which is crushed on the floor, which is a bit weird. This is seriously the weirdest forest I've ever camped in. I got back here and I'm standing here, and then suddenly the tree next to me just crashes, like if a bird suddenly flew out of it, like it was startled. And the bushes are all shaking and it's crashing, but there's nothing in it. There's nothing there. It's just really weird. This has got the most odd feeling. Well, I'm getting packed up and getting out of this as quick as I can. Literally, while I'm standing here now, it is daylight, okay? So I can see everything. I'm under my tarp, cracking up my quilt, and there's this crash behind me, and literally this doesn't land coming down, it bounces towards me. It hit the floor and was still rolling towards me. This place is freaked out.